Come one, come all, because I have figured out your destiny. Yes, yours and yours and yours and yours and yours and yours. Yes, I have. Well, I didn't figure it out, but I found it, and where you can also find it too. And that would be in Matthew 22, verse 37 through 40. And basically, what's happening is Jesus is in front of all the Pharisees being questioned and stuff like that after he just arrived there. And a lawyer asked him and said, Master, which is the greatest commandment in the law? And 37. Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thyself, thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. So right here you can see that how important these two commandments are, and these are the only two things that God wants you to do. He doesn't want you to bring him tithes and all this food and everything like that. Granted, they do ask for tithes, and God says if you bring a tenth of your wages, it will come back tenfold to you. But that's not because he wants it. He wants you to help the church, so because that will be used for missions and help your church grow and stuff like that. He doesn't want your money. He just wants to help use that. He wants you to use your money to help others, and if you do so, then he'll pay you back tenfold. But no, here God is saying the only two things I want you to do, first and most, is to love him with all your soul, all your mind, and all your heart. And if you do that, you'll finally have a relationship with God that he's been wanting this entire time since Adam and Eve, is to have a relationship with you. That's all God cares about. So if you do those, if you just love him, like you just love him back, and you really love him, then it's something you can't fake. You can't fake true love, like what you love for somebody. So that's the first one. If you just love God with all your heart, all your mind, and all your soul, then you've done the first step. That's all you need to worry about. And the second one is love thy neighbor as thyself. And the reason for this is because how can you love God when you love yourself more than anything else? It's really easy to get caught up in making ourself God, because we say, oh, well, I want to go do this, I want to go do that, this is what I care about, and you're trying to tell me differently. I'm going to overrule you because it's my life, I'm going to do this. And it's really big in today's world because we have, for example, selfies. Selfie is a photo completely centered on you, and you take it to show off you. And that's just part of the example of we are always being selfish in today's world. And God's saying, look, if you love your neighbors more than yourself, then only then can you really find full fulfillment in your life. And if you do the first commandment and then you do the second one, you'll have a life worth living. And that's what I want you to do. That is what God wants you to do. That's your destiny. Now, if you want to say, okay, well, what should be my career in life? Well, if you did the first two commandments and now you're trying to figure out what to do with the rest of your life, first off, ask God. Tell him, how can I serve you? And how do you want me to serve you? And the best answer that I can I know of to tell you on what you should do, and the best path to start on, is we all have these passions and likes and dislikes. So I firmly believe that God gave us those passions for a reason, so that we can do something with them. And not all the time are those necessarily, that passion, a godly thing. But because of that passion, say like, I like BMX riding. I'm not saying BMX riding is evil or good. Just say BMX riding. Say it's evil. What are you gonna go with that? But so it's evil for me to be caught up and consumed in BMX riding. But because I ride bikes, I'm able to reach all the BMX riders. So I'm using something that's bad, and I'm going to take it, and with God, using God, and through God, I'm going to create it into something good. So everything we do, I like how somebody said it, everything we do is sin before God. Once we know God, and once we love Him with all our heart, only then can we do good. And doing good is when you're doing something fully for God, and so that it will benefit God in the end. And so that's your destiny, is to love God with all your heart and all your mind, love your neighbor more than yourself, and to use your passions to figure out what your calling in life is, such as a job, and use that passion for God. And when you use that passion for God, you'll find your calling in life, because God's given you those passions for a reason, so that you can go out and change people in ways that other people would, outside of that passion, wouldn't be able to do. So I hope this helped, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video and subscribe so you get all those updates. See y'all later.